just
correct me.
classic country.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Jeff Garlin right here, Comedy Works South this
I'm
weekend.
Jeff Garlin, and I'm at the Comedy Works South.
Is your first like real credited role? Was it a Dolly Parton movie?
Oh, that's an early role. Yeah, it's Straight Talk. Boy, was she a doll.
Yeah,
What a nice lady.
still is.
I know. I'm not saying she just. Why did she change? That wasn't my next.
You know,
line.
the Hollywood ruined you.
Yeah.
Nashville just destroyed you.
She was a delight. And
Was that your first credited role? Is that accurate? You never know with Wikipedia.
No. My first movie that I did was Spring Break,
Okay.
and I filmed it in '81. You know, it's a whole story with that one.
Wikipedia says uncredited, so I don't know what
No,
that means.
I was uncredited.
Okay.
What it means is I asked them, they gave me an actual role, but I wasn't allowed to talk. I could growl, I could do all this stuff, but they didn't want me talking. And at the time, I was so insulted. I'm like, why? I'm funny. What's going on? And I'm 19. I haven't even started my stand-up career, which started when I was 20, which is the year that Spring Break came out. And they wouldn't give me lines. That I did my thing, and it's memorable. You see the movie, and I go, I played. Oh, that was you. Like I was really.
Yeah.
And years later, they did the DVD. I was primarily focused on in the DVD the behind the scenes, the pictures on the box, like all of that, which is hilarious. It just goes to show you don't know when you're an extra. And in my gut, I was going to be successful. I knew it.
Yeah.
But you don't know that you're going to be the only really successful person.
Well, when he said, "I'll show you," I'm gonna go do a movie with Dolly Parton.
Well, no, that happened to me before Spring Break. I did Scarface.
Oh, okay.
I was actually never in Scarface. My agents at the time, and it's all scam shit. I'm allowed to swear?
We can edit it.
Bleep it. I don't really like swearing. Anyhow, I was told I had a part, in the movie. So I show up there, I find I'm an extra, and I'm like, they didn't call it, like as all the names changed, they didn't call us background then. It was an extra.
Yeah.
And I was really upset. And the other extras were like, "Oh, you're too good to be an extra." And I remember a group of them saying that to me, a decent-sized group. And I said, "You all don't understand. I am too good to be an extra. I'm going to be a big star who's not going to hire any of you." And then I remember years later in Second City when I left, and the group, the cast I was in with, was not very kind to me. And I said to them, "I'm going to go be really successful, and I will hire all of you," which I did.
You knew your worth on day one.
I knew my worth since, well, I was the class clown, funniest guy in school from nursery school on, like all the way through. I swear to God, it was a matter of pride. When I was in 11th grade, I saw the Blues Brothers with two friends of mine, two close friends. Big Dave was one of them.
Dave.
And they said, "What'd you think of the movie?" I said, "I'm on a mission from God." And they go, yeah, but what did you think? I go, no, you don't understand. I'm on a mission from God. And they go, "What do you mean?" I go, "I'm going to be a famous comedian." And so I was 16, 17.
Yeah.
And I just, at that point on, it was off to the races.
Well,
I started at 20, so it wasn't long.
I was going to say, speaking on that, I mean, look, Comedy Works South this weekend, stand-up comedy. You're known for so many legendary roles, legendary shows, but you've been doing stand-up comedy for over 40 years.
43 years.
Yeah. This is
It's
something.
the one constant.
Yeah, the one constant.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, my whole career, it's the one constant, because acting, you work, you don't work. Directing, you work, you don't work. Writer, they buy it, they don't buy it. And I still do all those things. But stand-up, I remember when my kids were little and I really wasn't working on anything else, I was on the road constantly, which makes me sad looking back on it, because I missed out a lot of my kids' childhood. I'm extremely close with them.
Yeah.
They're 25 and 29 now. But still, I was on the road a ton because that was the only thing I could count on to make money.
Yeah. And for people that I've found, especially people that have done comedy for an extended amount of time, there's usually like a special appreciation, even affection, like for Comedy Works here in Denver.
I've never been here.
This is your first time.
Yeah, and I've only, by the way, from my peers, I've only heard great things. I've never heard anybody even say a mediocre thing.
Yeah.
Great things. And so I'm looking forward to it. I was in Denver once. I did a corporate event.
Okay.
I got paid. You get corporate, you get paid really good money. I flew in, did the event last night. It was in the same hotel I was saying, flew out the next morning. So already I've broken records.
Yeah,
I got in
exactly.
yesterday, Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it
Well,
very much.
that's a unique because it's usually one of the two. People that have been coming 30, 40 times, or people who are like just breaking into comedy. It's their first time. You having done comedy for a long time, it's going to be awesome to see you be able to do your first
Well,
time.
I was talking about it with Mel from the club, and I was saying in 43 years, this is one of the only clubs I've never played. I think the only other city that I've never performed in is Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken.
Which you can
Everywhere
keep
else-
them off the list. It's fine.
No,
It's fine.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
By the way, I have no idea. But like, I've played everywhere except for here, and so now it's only Baltimore. But here's the thing: I've not heard many things about people talking about Baltimore, whether it's a great comedy town or the club's great. That's all I've heard. I heard the audiences in Denver are great and the clubs are great. And I've heard from my peers, they said the Comedy Works South will fit my style like a glove because it's kind of like a theater.
Yeah.
So I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going on this weekend. ComedyWorks.com. You can get those tickets. Obviously, one of the shows, it's interesting for me. I love watching shows, and there's only a few that I can rewatch.
Right.
Like, once I've finished something, I want watching it. Like The Office, so I just completed rewatching Curb Your Enthusiasm again, because other than the last season, it had been a long time since I sat through it all, and I'm
Right.
like, as of next month, it will be 25 years since that first season
Yeah,
debuted.
we started filming our first. I believe we started filming our first season in '99 or 2000, and yeah,
There was, I guess, there was like an hour, like a 1 hour kickoff was like in '99, but in October of 2000, season 1 kicked off. So 25
we were
years.
filming it in '99.
Yeah, and like for me, just being somebody that watches it, I'm like, wow, time flies. For you, having lived it,
yeah.
been a part of the creation process, starring it, et cetera, like, does it feel that long to you? Does it feel like it was yesterday? Like, how does it feel for you?
Feels like, I won't say yesterday, but it does feel like last month.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the beginning of the show. I remember it, but I've learned so much doing that show, mostly from Larry. I mean, I'm working with the greatest. Look, there have been other comedy writers you can mention the same breath with Larry, not many. And so I'm working with the greatest comedy producer, also a brilliantly funny man who's funny as an actor. And I learned so much from him.
Yeah.
He's one of my best pals, but I can tell you that I learned more from him than my whole career in show business.
And as if, you don't have enough things on the resume, did I see you're putting out a photo book?
Oh,
Are you-
yeah.
you put-
Next September, I'm just wrapping it up now. It takes a while for it to come out and be printed. It's Rizzoli Books, which was a dream. That was my number one place I wanted to. Best coffee table art book, what have you.
Yeah.
And it comes out early next September. And I could not be happier about it. It's shots of me, I'm in the mirror sometimes taking a picture, but it's shots of all the actors, comedians, musicians, different people I work with. But the only bottom line is they have to be great photos.
Yeah.
And if they're great photos, beautiful. And so, yeah, that's what I'm excited about. It's the best seat in the house, photography by Jeff Garlin.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
My Google Pixel shoots in 8K, so if you need to add like a selfie, I'll send it to
thank
you if
you,
you want
too.
to add it. So
Yeah, no, I shoot Leica cameras,
Yeah.
which is like excellent camera
yeah.
company. They've been around since the 20s, I believe. Like it's really, and so I use their cameras.
That's awesome.
But
man.
I have to pay full price for every one of them. I swear.
Oh, I bet.
I think I got a discount off one lens one time.
One time. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
they'll
after
lend
the
me a
book.
camera whenever I need one.
Yeah.
Really expensive ones to whatever I want. But in terms, I have to buy my own. So that's why whenever I say Leica, I go, no, I pay full price.
There's no hookup here.
No.
There's no hookup here.
What I do get advantage of is if there's a limited run or getting it early, I get both of those.
Oh, that's cool.
But I still got to pay.
I think after the book, at least a few more lenses need to come your way. So right here, I have my JB Smoove Lollygaggins hat. Every guest I've had on.
By the way, JB, I want to say publicly, all of us on Curb loved one another. We laughed all day. JB is a prince of a man, and I could not love him more.
Nicest guy.
Yeah.
Nicest guy. Such a
Yeah.
good dude. And he gave me this hat, signed it for me, and I was like, man, such a nice guy. And so when we're starting this, I'm like, you know what? I'm every comedian, grabs this. These are all questions from prior comedians, and then afterwards I'll ask you to add a question to the list. So
Okay.
go ahead and reach in there, see what you got.
Leah Rudnick, is that a comedian?
Yep.
All right. I'm sorry if I know you, Leah. I'm very sorry. And Ruddick.
Leah Rudick. Yep.
Rudick. Ruddick. What are you planning for your midlife crisis? If you already hit it, what did you do for your midlife crisis? I have existential crises every 20 minutes, so there is no midlife crisis. My crises are constant.
Continuous.
I've had them since I'm a teenager. That's completely true. So I didn't have an insecurity in my midlife crisis that I had to get like a Porsche or something. I'm sure I did some stuff, but I've always been spent too much money.
Yeah.
I've always eaten too much, spent too much money, smoked too much weed. I'm sober now,
Yeah.
and drank too much beer. So I didn't have one. And I think that if you have a midlife, is my opinion on midlife crisis, it means that you really aren't full. You aren't complete
Right.
in some way that you feel the need to. I only do one?
Yep, just one.
Okay.
And then I'll ask you, give me, it could be a funny question, a regular question, a dumb question. But in the future, a comedian will pull this out and be like, oh, here we go.
What do you think about vulnerability in comedy?
Okay. Thoughts on vulnerability in comedy? Soon you might get you'll be checking your phone and get a little tag and be like, this person answered your question.
That'll be interesting to me, and I
Yeah.
hope it's someone remotely enlightened, because there's everything to do, kindness and vulnerability. And I say this, I'm quoting myself, but I say, and I'm saying, my job is to ease people's pain.
Yeah.
It is. And so I have an edge, and it's not like I'm a wussy comedian,
Yeah.
but I'm all about, easing people's pain.
Well, this weekend, whether you can get your pain eased this weekend at Comedy
You
Works
can.
Out.
By the way, that's the only thing I guarantee. I think I'll be funny, and I think I'll ease your pain, but I guarantee I will be funny and ease your pain. Now, I will be funny. Will you find me funny? I don't know. Is your pain easable? I can't, but I know I'll be funny and ready to ease your pain.
And Comedy Works South is where that's going to happen. ComedyWorks.com, KYGO.com. Thank you so much
Big
for making time
Mike.
for us. Yes, sir.
An honor and a pleasure, sir.
Honor to meet you, man.
Thanks.
Finally.